Hello, everyone. Hope you are all well, healthy, and safe. I'm Janabeth Monserrat, Member Support Director at CEO Clubs Network. To those who are new here and don't know about us, CEO Clubs Network is an international business organization driven to connecting CEOs and decision makers to exchange ideas, share experiences, and assist them to grow their business. We all agree that we are now facing a unique challenge, a crisis due to coronavirus outbreak. We've all witnessed and experienced fear and economic instability. That is why CEO Clubs Network is doing varieties of business webinars as well as online wellness sessions to help build resilience to organizations and to promote health and wellness to the community. On behalf of our founder and CEO, Dr. Tariq Ahmedisami, COO Sarah Dong, and the entire team, I would like to welcome you all to CEO Club's online wellness session. Today, we will practice and learn intricate process in streamlining the body's auric field in order to ignite a huge protective layer against viral attacks, diseases, and stress-induced illnesses. Are you ready for the Himalayan Kriya Yoga? Before I introduce our Yogini and Himalayan Kriya Yoga facilitator today, I would like to thank our valued member, Miss Sarah Mohammed, founder at Nisa Soul, for making this workshop possible. Our facilitator is under the very close guidance and receives transmission from the master himself, Maha Siva Yogi, Dr. Pradeep Ulal, the founder of HKY. With her true life purpose, celebration, and mission to spread this sacred science, she has a role in facilitating and encouraging people to become active and responsible in all aspects of their health, well-being, and daily lives. She is passionate about empowering and encouraging people to reach and live up to their highest idea and strive at the same time to make the ideal as near as possible to the truth. Welcome, Jade, and thank you very much for being here with us today.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me, CEO Networks. And obviously, thank you to my good friend Sarah Mohammed of Nisa Soul for connecting us also. I think it's an interesting time and new connections are being made throughout the world, not just in Dubai anymore, especially virtually. So I'll just go a bit into who I am. You heard my introduction. So I am a Himalayan Kriya Yoga facilitator. Himalayan Kriya Yoga is a yogic science, okay? It's based on scientific and ancient science of yoga, or yogic system, and it's based on your energy channels. So your energy channels are called nadis. There's 72,000 nadis of the human body, okay? They're not things that we can see, but they're things that we can feel. So you know, like when you get goosebumps, that kind of feeling, these are your nadis. These are your energy networks, which are similar to meridian channels. Now, what happens throughout your life? We have stress, we have emotional baggage, we have behavioral patterns that we're all stuck in. And through this, every human being has an auric field. So what exactly is an auric field? An auric field is like an energy field that's surrounded around you, okay? And generally what happens to people is we have holes or perforations in this auric field. And the reason being can be because of our thought patterns, because of our behavioral patterns, because of ingrained cultural, social things that we have. And through this, Himalayan Kriya Yoga helps us to strip through these layers of our being. Okay, so every human being is like an onion. Okay, so it's kind of like layers. And Himalayan Kriya Yoga goes through these layers and it helps us to basically break these patterns of stress, anxiety, even things that we don't even realize. We learn new things of ourselves. It also can help to empower us. So for instance, we're working on the 7 main energy channels of the body called chakras. These are related to the throat, to the heart. Then there's one called the solar plexus, and there's one that connects us into the earth. Then you have higher ones that help with your intuition. So today we'll be working a little bit more on throat and heart, because this is the biggest one to do with immunity. Okay, so when your auric field has these perforations in, then you make yourself more prone to viruses, stress, negative emotions, negative feelings, negative thought patterns. So Himalayan Kriya Yoga is a way to empower us, and it can really be used as self-management tools. So it's something you can do when you're in the office, when you're in the car, and a lot of it is related to breath, because we believe that the breath is everything to do with life. So it basically reflects how your mindset is. If you're breathing in a shallow way, apically from the top, then usually it's that your thoughts are kind of crowded, you're thinking too much. So we'll use a lot of breath today. Just to go a bit more into my background, I am also, like I said, a Himalayan Kriya Yoga facilitator, but I've been qualified as a physiotherapist for the last 12 to 13 years. And I've worked alongside performing artists, high-level sports people, and now I specialize in women's health in particular. So with that being said, let's crack on. I'll keep it very simple, okay? And it's like a yoga that you've never done before, okay? So it's not the kind of thing where we're stretching and we're using body, but we're using our body in a different way, okay? We're using a lot to do with breath. So the first thing I just want to go through with you before we start is I want you to go through with you the breath we're going to use mainly in our session. So the first breath that is called an Ujjayi breath. So it's almost like you're steaming up the mirror. So it's a, but what you're doing is you're going to close your mouth and do it. So it sounds like this. And as you're doing it, you're going to lift your stomach inwards and upwards. Okay, so you're always holding up the stomach. The reason being is because our energy channel, we have a main channel that runs through. We don't want energy to leak outwards. We want to get the energy to rise upwards, to clear. Okay, so just all try that for a moment. So it's like steaming up the mirror. So it's a whilst you squeeze the stomach in. But what we're going to do instead is keep the mouth closed and when you do this, you're going to have the tongue rolled up onto the palate of your mouth. The reason being is because you have main meridian channels here, okay, that connect you into your whole body, all right? So tongue on the roof of the mouth, stomach in, and again breathe. So that's what we'll be doing, okay? I'll take you slowly through the session. You may get hot, you may get a bit sweaty, which is good. Okay, because the sweating means we're doing a deep purification process. So we're going to start by putting our hands into a particular shape. So the little finger faces forwards, the thumb is facing backwards, and the index finger is pointing upwards. You're going to make a small pyramid on the top of your head. Okay, so Himalayan Kriya Yoga, there's a lot based on geometry as well. So like I said, it is a science. And you're going to either jog on the spot, if you're able to do that, or you're going to kick your legs from side to side. And you're going to steam up that mirror. You're going to roll your eyes up into your midbrain. So the eyes should just gently gaze upwards. The reason being is because a lot of us spend our time looking at phones. We spend our time looking at screens. Okay, so for that reason, we want the energy to rise upwards. Squeeze the belly up and in, tongue on the roof of the palate, eyes rolled up to midbrain. For 5, 4, 3, for 2, 1. Now, when you drop your hands, you're going to raise up, breathe in, exhale down, sigh outwards. Inhale as you come up, exhale down. 2 more for me. Inhale up, exhale down, and sigh out. It's very, very rare that we actually get to sigh. Let's do one more. Great. Now, ego, okay? So I'm just going to go through what ego is. So people think ego is, people that think they're so good at everything and, I'm so good, look at what I have. That isn't just ego. What also is ego is feelings of not feeling worthy enough or not feeling good enough. So your ego resides at the front of the head here. So we're going to work on that, okay? Because that can create a lot of negative thoughts and a lot of negative emotions. And a lot of this comes from the ego. So you're going to take your right hand and just tap the front of your head, and the other hand is at the back. Okay, I'm going to jog on the spot, and you're going to do that breath again that I showed you at the beginning. So it's a eyes rolled up into your midbrain. For 5, you're doing great. Keep on going. For 4, for 3, for 2, 1, drop. Now just feel now the changes and the shifts that occurred in your head. So the brain is something that we only use 5% of as human beings. So can you imagine the average human being throughout their whole life only uses 5%? Himalayan Kriya yoga is based on the science of frequency. So you see like your heart has a frequency, you know, like when they put you onto the machine and boop, 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 it kind of beeps, and the same with the brain. So a lot of human beings, what we're doing is we're living in the head, okay, which is a lower frequency than that of the heart. The heart is the highest frequency, okay? So what we're trying to do is balance these two frequencies out, okay? So we can also be able to connect with people and be able to empower people, but also at the same time, not allow the ego to get in the way. So the next thing is you're going to put your hands like a bit like a Shaolin monk, and you're going to have the palm of your hands here. So it's going to go in between where the ear and the temples are, and you're tapping on the side. Jogging on the spot, tongue rolled up to the roof of the mouth. This is where a lot of ingrained emotions are from childhood, a lot of ingrained habits, patterns, thoughts. And we begin to think that these thoughts and these patterns are who we truly are when they're not. And they can come in the way of our progress. Keep on going for 10, 9. You can kick the legs also side to side. 7, for 6, 5, 4, for 3, 2, 1. Now drop. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale as you come up. Exhale, sigh out. Fantastic. Now we're going to take the knuckles of the hands, again, this part of the brain, and we're going to rub up and down. But instead of the tongue going upwards, we're going to stick the tongue outwards, okay? It looks a bit funny. Kriya is like this. You'll do things that you've never done before and make sounds that you've never made before. So tongue out at the lowest point. And jogging on the spot. This alleviates headaches, migraines, tension headaches from looking at the screen. This is a simple 1-minute exercise you can do whilst you're sitting down and working. For 5, keep on going. 4, 3, for 2, 1, drop. Take a big deep breath in and long exhale out. Now feel the subtle changes that are beginning to happen in the head just from 10 minutes of Kriya. Okay, so the next exercise is you press your tip of your nose down. So you don't want to occlude the actual nostrils, you just want to press gently. The other one is you put the thumb and the fingers into the temples. So you know that soft spot there on the head. And we're going to move the hands side to side. Tongue is on the roof of the mouth. Stomach is pulled up and in. Eyes are rolled up to midbrain. So this is releasing the prefrontal cortex of our brains, which has got to do with memory. So if you're struggling with brain fog, for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you struggle to make decisions, brain fog, headaches, that type of thing, all these kriyas are quick kriyas that you can do to help alleviate that. Okay, the next one, we're going to work on clarity, okay, because a lot of people lack the clarity and that intuition. So the next thing we're going to do is take the 3 fingers of either hand, it doesn't matter which hand, and you're going to place them in the middle of your forehead. Okay, you have a powerful point here. So it's amazing how much we have inside our bodies. Okay, and the other hand is going to go onto the base of the spine here. Okay, and you're circling both in an anti-clockwise direction. And like I said to you, you can kick the legs from side to side, or you can jog on the spot. Stomach pulled in, eyes rolled up to the midbrain. For 8, for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, for 2, 1, drop, side out. Now we're just going to move the spine and begin to open all the spinal gateways. So move the spine gently from side to side. If you have back pain, please don't push yourself into the pain, okay? So just gently from side to side. If you hear any cracks, any clicks, that's fine. That's just nitrogen bubbles opening up the spinal gateways. And breathe, hold the stomach in. And great. Now we're going to balance our left and right brains. So generally people live in one side of their brain, okay? We call it left channel or right channel, okay? So a lot of people, it's the imbalance. That's what a lot of us are out of balance. So you're going to hang on to this part of your ear, which is called your conch, okay? And you're going to pull it down. So you hook the thumb inwards, okay? Elbows go up, okay? Tongue rolled onto the roof of your mouth, and you're going to jog on the spot. Gently sway from side to side. Keep on going for 10, 9, keep on going, 8, for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, for 2, 1, drop. As you drop, you're going to hiss like a cobra. Okay, now we're going to tap at the top of the head, okay, so that spinal flow. So we have something in our spine called cerebral spinal fluid. Okay, we need to iodize these cerebral spinal fluid. We need to get all the vitamins and the minerals inside working. So you're going to tap, you know, the soft spot of the baby's head. We're just going to tap on that, stomach pulled in and jogging on the spot. Tongue to the roof of the mouth, eyes rolled up into midbrain. For 5, 4, 3, for 2, 1, drop. Good. So now we're going to release. If anybody suffers from spondylosis of the neck or any neck pain, we're going to release the neck. So you're going to interlace the fingers and you're going to place the hands behind the neck. Okay? You're going to pull your elbows forward, excuse me, and we're lifting each cheek up. So we're opening up the gateways of the neck to the brain, okay, to help with the brain function. We're also working on purification of fear through here and stress. So feelings of stress, they weaken our immune system and our auric field. Now kicking the legs from side to side or running on the spot, whichever you feel most comfortable with. Now you're going to swipe from back to front and hiss like a cobra. Release the neck. 2 more. Last one. Now just check your neck. Move your neck around. How's it feeling? Lighter, looser. Okay. Again, you're going to interlace the fingers and you're going to place the thumbs now in the C6, C7 region. So that's that region there. You dig in. Okay. You open your elbows out in order to open the lymph system. So the lymphatic system is 36 times longer than our circulatory system. It's how all our body is detoxified, okay? If the lymphatic system is blocked, then we end up with swelling, bloating, these types of things, wind, a lot of belching. So you're jogging on the spot, tongue to the roof of the mouth, move your arms from side to side. Stomach tucked in, eyes rolled up to midbrain. Feelings of lethargy, not having enough energy, it all comes from the lymphatic system. That the fluid is not passing and detoxing efficiently enough. So Kriya Yoga is all about balance, okay? Move from side to side. For 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release down. Okay, now we're going to work on the thymus. So the thymus is a gland that not a lot of people talk about, okay? But it's the seat of our higher self, so the intuition, okay? So it helps us to make better decision making. So you're going to grab this space in between the shoulder blades, so it's here. And you're going to pull down, almost like you're doing a pull-up, okay? You're going to pull down on your neck. And now you're going to put the tongue to the lowest point. So you stick the tongue out. Eyes are rolling up to the midbrain. I told you you'll be doing some funny stuff, right? And you're going to exhale rapidly. Rock from side to side. For 5, 4, for 3, 2, 1. Release. As you release, you're going to hiss out. And again. So take a moment, stand, and see how you feel. Sleeplessness, yes. Practice the breath of steam removing again, please. Ah, yes, I can. Sorry, Roxana. So the way you do it is like you're steaming up the mirror, but you close your mouth. Exactly the same, but with the mouth closed. Okay? Awesome. Okay, so what I was saying about Himalayan Kriya Yoga, as we're here, just grab hold of your upper trapezius, okay, and move your arms up and down, so releasing all your shoulder tension, which a lot of shoulder tension comes from the neck. Just keep on breathing. So it's a, but with the mouth closed. So as I was saying, Kriya Yoga, it's like giving yourself a shower. So we get up every morning and we shower, right? We shower our physical body because we are dirty, but we don't do this with our insides. So Kriya Yoga is like giving yourself an internal shower. And when I thought of it like this, it kind of made sense to me. I was like, well, it kind of makes sense. We pick up so much rubbish throughout the day, stresses, tensions, decision making. We are unable to really be accurate in our thoughts sometimes because they just get clogged up because there's so much dirt, so much stuff that's trapped. So keep on breathing and release down. And again. And again. Good. Check the neck now. Now we're going to release the points around the eye. So from sitting down, looking at computer screens, and if you're a parent, you're probably doing it a lot more at the moment with homeschooling. So you're going to put your little finger on the indentation just above your lip. Your ring finger goes into the corner of your eye. Your middle finger is going into the middle of your eyebrow and raising it up. The index finger is going at the corner of your eyes here on the outside. And your thumb is just raising up underneath the ears. Okay? So we're going to open up all the energy channels and detox our eyes. Okay? So if you struggle with migraines, headaches, this is a good Kriya to do. So tongue to the roof of the mouth, stomach in. And again, kicking the legs from side to side, or if you like, jogging on the spot is really good because it opens up all the circulatory system. Okay, off you go. For 5, 4, for 3, for 2, 1, release through the back and down. So Syed, someone asked about sleepiness. Who asked about sleeplessness? I can't remember. Roxana, yes, there's many. I'll give you some tips at the end of things that you can listen to and things you can do that can overcome the sleep restlessness, okay? What sleeplessness is usually due to is an imbalance in the brain. So you're unable to go into the left channel of your body. Your left channel of your body is almost like the calm, it's the one that helps you to relax, to switch off. The right channel, which is our male channel, is the dominant side. It's the sun channel. It's the fire channel. It's the parasympathetic. It's the fight or flight channel. So Kriya Yoga is working on balancing both those channels. But at the end, I'll give you some practical tips that you can do, not just exercises, to help with that. All right. So the next one we're going to do is we're going to balance those two channels. So there's 3 main channels of the body. So like I told you, there's the one that's the restful one and the fight or flight. And then there's a channel directly in between. Okay. And that's the channel that everybody is unable to get to. So to open that channel up, we're going to put our hand onto the tip of our nose and we're going to rub the base of the spine. Sinus issues. For 5, 4, Awesome. Now, we're going to put middle finger, index finger onto our eyes, okay? So it's like we're wearing goggles, funny little goggles, okay? Tongue rolled up to the roof of the mouth. Again, jogging on the spot. Rocking from side to side, so you open the spinal gateways at the same time and get the cerebral spinal fluid to begin to flow. Move the fingers up and down. Release. Now we're going to take the hands, the palm of the hands, and gently, actually you're going to have your little finger where your sinuses are. Okay, so if you struggle with apnea at night, then this is a good one. Sinus headaches, if you have like a deviated septum, this helps to balance things out. Keep on rubbing your face. Now just feel the change in your face just from doing that Kriya for literally 10 seconds. And we're going to go again. So we're going to do it one more time. Sigh out. Pull the ears out now and wiggle them up and down. So the ears, we say, is like the steering wheel of the body, okay? So, which is kind of true, right? So you're going to pull them out. It will balance your left and right brain, okay? And we're going to jump up and down or kick the legs side to side. Move the ears up and down, tongue onto the roof of the mouth, stomach pulled in. Release. Hiss like a cobra. And drop. Okay, now we're going to work on our throat chakra. So self-expression, being able to articulate ourselves clearly with empowerment and also with compassion for other people. Okay, so we're going to start with carotid and jugular veins. So there's one of the main arteries are here and the second main artery is at the back. You're going to grab hold to the sides, okay? Very gently. Don't squeeze it too tight. Because I don't want anyone to faint, okay? If you have blood pressure issues, I would recommend you just sitting on the floor and doing this, okay? So holding the sides, tongue rolled up, eyes rolled up to midbrain, and you can jog on the spot, or if it's your first time doing this, I would recommend you just kicking your legs from side to side. I'm gonna jog on the spot, okay? Off you go for 10 seconds. Being able to express yourself with clarity, not being able, where you've been suppressed and not being able to articulate yourself, not just in a business sense, but also with family, with friends, with people you love. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release, down. Okay, now we're going to go straight into the throat. So now find your collarbones here, okay, and you're going to press inwards, okay. This one's a little bit vulgar, but we've got a main toxin plug that's here, and especially it can be for men or women. Thyroid sits here also. So a lot of toxins that get accumulated around this area are unable to get out. So thyroid is responsible for a lot of insomnia, a lot of not unable to lose weight, brain fog, this type of thing. Just a general feeling of feeling unwell, but you're well, you feel well, but you feel unwell. So this is going to help with the thyroid clearance, okay? And from a social point of view, it's going to help with communication, all right? So you're going to put your hands in between your collarbones. So these are your collarbones here, and it's that indentation there that you're looking for, and you're going to press in. Some people will cough, some people will feel like they need to spit. That's fine, okay? It's showing that the impurities are coming out, and that's what we want, okay? So your tongue's going to be at the lowest point, and we're going to go up and down. Not too kind of vigorously, not too aggressively, but just like this. And you're going to do it 32 times, okay? When you've done it 32 times, just stand up and close your eyes and witness what's happening in your body, okay? Off you go. And release. So feelings of fear reside here in the throat. Now what we're going to do is we're going to clear our kidneys. I'm just going to point the camera down slightly. So the kidneys are here on the back, and the kidneys hold a lot of fear, a lot of anxiety. So we're going to halfway bend, and you're going to tap with the tongue out. So all the fear that you feel is in you, release it now. Release. Now again, spin the spine from side to side. Now let's work on a little bit more that fear that can cover the heart channels and the throat channels. So you're going to grab hold of your triceps. Your triceps sit here at the back of your arm. Okay, you're going to take your arms above your head. Things like frozen shoulder, also this helps with, okay? Take your arms as high as you can. If you can manage to get them over your head, then fantastic. Tongue rolled up to the roof of your mouth, stomach in and jogging on the spot. And then release down the arms. Hiss as you do it. Keep on going, swiping from side to side. Now, we're going to work on lymph system, okay? So lymph system is also part of our immunity system. It's where all our antigens are produced, okay? So you're going to put the thumb underneath the shoulder pit and grab hold of your pec muscles at the front, okay? Tongue is rolled up to the roof of your mouth, and you're going to pull the elbows backwards and open the chest. So you're beginning to open up the heart channel, so the circulatory system, okay? And we're going to jog on the spot. Moving from side to side. Increase the breath, make it more rapid. Release. Now tap on the chest. Tongue out at the lowest point. We have 36 million alveoli. 36 million. We only use 5%. COVID, this new virus that's out, they've said that it attacks the lungs. If you're doing breath work every day, you're going to strengthen these alveoli and the muscles of your lungs, okay? So the next one is, now we're going to take each hand, and this is for empowerment and for strengthening our auric field. You're going to punch into the center of the hand. Jog on the spot or move the leg from side to side. Yeah, you're exhaling for most of the exercise. Because the reason why we exhale for most of the exercise is because we're trying to chuck the toxins out of the body. Whilst there's toxins inside the body, we're unable to strengthen our auric field, our immunity field. Release. And the hissing opens the alveoli. So yes, Saeed asked a question about exhaling. The reason why we exhale, like I said, is because we're trying to chuck the impurities out of the body, okay? At the end, once we've chucked all the impurities out, then we will start with the inhaling. And you will inhale naturally anyway. Okay, so now opening, again, heart and lung channels, interlacing the fingers behind the back. If you're unable to go there because of shoulder pain, you can just hold on to your elbows. Again, if you're unable to go there, the other variation is just hold your hands behind your back. Okay, so interlace here, chest goes up, tongue is out at the lowest point, and run on the spot, exhale rapidly. Release. Okay, how does your chest feel? More open? Okay, now we're going to take like a claw grip, like a sea grip. It's like what they have in martial arts, Shaolin monks. Okay, and you're going to swipe up and down on the side, you side bend. Again, exhale out. Other side. Release. Now, taking your hands on your shoulders, and we're creating a sacred geometry around the side of our head, okay? So it's like we're doing a protection around the head and around the front of the head. So you stay here. This time, you're going to inhale in, hold, and take the arms around. Exhale. Now, other way. You're going to completely empty your breath. So exhale completely so you have no breath in your lungs. And reverse. Inhale. Good. Now, what we're going to do, release the shoulders. So a lot of people suffer from shoulder pain, rotator cuff injuries, frozen shoulder, okay? So pain is another thing. So if anyone's experiencing pain, pain is another thing that can lower our immunity, okay? So you press here into the back of the shoulders. And it is painful to begin with. When you first start Kriya, you will have all these pains. But you'll notice as you practice and you're consistent with the practice, your pains will begin to subside. Because the pains are usually toxifications. And you're rocking from side to side, kicking legs from side to side, or jogging on the spot. Tongue is on the roof of the mouth. Stomach is pulled in. And release, stand arms. Good. Now we're going to create a protection barrier again. So this time we're going to turn the arms from outside in. And the other way. Release. Now we're very different yoga, very well, full soon. Good. Now, next one we're going to do is solar plexus here. So if you find your breastbone and you drop down, you're going to go inwards and upwards, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to exhale out rapidly. Solar plexus is responsible for creativity, new thoughts, new ideas, innovation, okay? It's all stored here. It's also a big protection mechanism. So I guess you've heard that the gut is like the second brain. So this is also good for clearing out the impurities of the bowel, all these types of things, okay? Bloating. So the hands go inwards and upwards. Tongue at the lowest point and go up and down. Tongue is out, exhaling rapidly. Release. Tap into the solar plexus now. Gently jog on the spot. If our stomach isn't strong, so strong isn't having a six-pack and having strong muscles. So as you're jogging on the spot, keeping the legs, keep on tapping while I explain to you about strength. So in Kriya Yoga, when we're at Kriya Bun, we believe strength comes from your auric field. It comes from the strength that you have inside. Are you able to center? Are you able to go within? A lot of people, they're outwards. And the first thing usually to be attacked is our solar plexus. So a lot of people lack strength there. And you'll notice with the breathing, you strengthen the abdominal muscles. So strong for Kriya Buns is having a soft belly, okay, that's able to be strong when it needs to be, okay? So it's meant to be relaxed. We're not meant to hold all this tension in our stomachs, okay? It's meant to be able to be malleable. Keep on tapping, tongue on the roof of the mouth. Release. Now we're going to release the lymph nodes that go into the hips. So now we're connecting our lower bodies with our upper bodies. So remember I told you about balance, okay? So what we're going to do is grab hold of the sides here on each side, lift it upwards, stomach in, jogging on the spot. Chest open, and if you see, my elbows are backwards. Like a warrior, a peace warrior. And release. So a lot of people suffer from lower back pain. I mean, I see a lot of people that suffer from back pain because of my profession, being a physiotherapist. So a lot of back pain comes from your hip flexors. So your hip flexors are very close to your kidneys. The hip flexors emotionally are related to anger, explosive emotions, okay? So we're going to release your hip flexors. So you're going to take your thumbs behind, you come forwards, and you're grabbing at the sides of your belly button, your umbilicus. You're lifting up and in. And now you're jogging on the spot or walking, okay? So if you're jogging, it will look like this. You're coming forwards and back and forwards. Now, if you're walking, same thing. You're walking like this. Okay, off you go. Tongue rolled up, stomach in. Now, when you release, you're going to release forwards. You release outwards. So, like a shouting monk. Strong. Okay, come round. So, Kriya also incorporates, okay, martial arts. Because there was just some history on it. There were some ancient masters that actually went to China, okay, and some of them actually were the inventors of Taoism. So Taoism actually comes from a branch of Kriya Yoga. Okay, so that's just the history. So now we're going to do a little bit more martial arts. So we're going to go from inwards, out. Okay? And you're twisting your hip at the same time. So we're releasing off the hip flexor. So it's a... And by doing this, we're strengthening our immune system and auric field because we're putting like a shield up. Okay? So it's like the shouting monks. Release. Now take the hands behind the head again and just release the spine. Take the thumbs, swipe down the body. So we're getting the drainage into the bowel. Good. Now we're going to tap. We're going to connect each front of the body. So we're going to protect our root chakra. The root chakra resides in the perineum. Okay, so we're going to slap the front, then the back. And do that rapidly. Release. Good. Now, you can use the wall if you need to. Okay, we're going to release the legs. If you can, stand on one leg. Kriya yoga isn't about what your ability is to do physically, okay? It's all about what's going on in here and what's going on in here. So I don't care if you cannot even stand on one leg. I'm going to use the wall, okay? So you're going to bring your foot as far up into the groin as possible, okay? And you're taking two fists and you're punching along the feet and along the inner meridians. So a lot of fear is stored in the legs. The feet that become neglected because we have them in shoes all day. Release. Now the same leg that you had, take it across your body and tap into the glutes. Tongue out, tap. Opening up all the channels to receive nitric oxide. And again, other side. So now we take the foot into the groin, standing on one leg, holding it there, and two fists tapping on the inner meridians. Tapping the sole of the foot. Now wrapping the knee across you, tapping the sides. Now what we're going to do, we're going to put an auric spindle around us, okay? So the first thing is the hands should be open, and we're going from down, crossover, out. Inhale as you come up, so you're drawing the energy up and coming out. And again. 5 more. 4. 3. 2. Last one. Now we're going to cross the hands over from the bottom to the top like a DNA structure. So you know you see the DNA structure, we're going to do that. So you start from the bottom and you come up. This is strengthening our connection and our bioenergetic field, or electromagnetic field. Two more. Last one. Now we're going to do spindles. So you're going to move the hands like you're kind of like a bobbin. You start from the ground and you're coming up like you're doing an arch. And then you stay at the top and rain down. At the bottom, go up, rain down. Two more. Last one. Good. Now just feel the spine, feel how your body feels, and come and take a seat or lying down into relaxation. I'm going to play a song for you so you can be in relaxation. Lying down or sitting in a comfortable position. If you're sitting, have your left hand facing up and your right hand facing down. If you're lying down, put your left hand onto your heart and your right hand on top. Slowly bringing your awareness back to here. And when you're ready, come and take a seat, or you can grab your phone and write any questions, which I'll answer in a moment. When you're in sitting, taking your hands to your heart center. Himalayan Kriya Yoga is a process of transmissions. So when I teach, it's not something that I plan. It's something that just comes through me, okay? And that's the first thing. So it's very much unlike other yogas, because other yogas, thank you, Sarah, that means a lot to hear that. Other yogas are based on planning. So Kriya Yoga, it's actually something as a facilitator, a teacher. We don't call ourselves teachers. We actually call ourselves facilitators. Because actually we're not the teacher. The big man upstairs is the teacher. So we are working on, the way we learn is through word of mouth. You're very welcome, Roxana. I want to thank my masters, Maha Avatar Babaji, and my teacher, Dr. Pradeep Lal. I also want to thank the CEO Executive Network for having me here and being able to have this chance to spread this yogic science. It's a sacred science and it complements everything, okay? And when I teach, I'm not teaching from reading a book. I'm teaching from experience, okay? Please connect with me. It can even be physio-related issues, or if you want to continue Himalayan Kriya Yoga, I hold 3 or 4 classes a week on Zoom, okay? You can connect, and my Instagram is called The Yoni, YONI, Physio, PHYSIO. Or you can connect with me via my email, which is Jade, JADE.physio@gmail.com. I will write it in the messages so you all have. You're very welcome, Tawanda. Nice to have you. And I want to just send gratitude for all of you for allowing me to guide you through today's Himalayan Kriya Yoga Sadhana. Namaste and have a lovely evening all. Bye.